Jacksonville in the home whites. Christian and Dalton Keene will be tipping it up, and Christian wins the tip. The Railers will be moving left to right.
That's kind of an easy tip that Christian won right there.
Gesner on top to Cook. We are courtside here at Glenwood. Max steps through over to Kirby. Kirby looking to bring it right side, does so to Gesner. Gesner brings the left-hand dribble to the top of the key. Max on the wing, looks back on top to Gesner. Gesner, bounce inside to the free throw line. Block. Cook, left side, 3, up on the way. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Blake Hance.
A good ball movement. Way to get in the middle to Gavin, and he kicked it right to Max. That was wide open for 3.
Some difficulty getting into the front court. They finally get it to Keene. They break the Railer pressure. Nick Kaufman. Yes, we're talking Jacksonville and a Kaufman. Yes, he is related. Kaufman's going to drive in. Skip pass across the top of the zone. Pull-up jumper on the way from Pate is up and good. Railer facing pressure of their own. Block Gesner and Cook. They break it across to Gesner. Swing it around left side to Austin. Max going to drive through, kick it to Gesner. Gesner looking down low for block. Kirby. Railers being very patient in their first couple possessions. Gesner to Max. Gesner tries to get in inside to Gavin. Nice move on the inside. Nice. Throws it up off the glass, and he missed the layup. Hance another rebound. Well, some good things have happened for the Railers, Darrin, when they get it to Gavin in low. They just haven't got any points on the board yet.
Yeah, oh, that's a nice steal.
Nice steal by Austin. 1-on-2. Austin scoots, and he misses the layup.
And these are point-blank layups that we're missing, too. That should be right now 4-2.
Railers have had a couple good opportunities, but instead still goose egg on the board for the Railers. 5:55 to go in our first. Railers down an early 2-0. Kaufman kicks it back on top to Pate. Pate was the guy that hit the 2 winning free throws over in Jacksonville. Long 3 on the way, but Dalton Keene comes in, and it's knocked out away by Austin. And again, Darrin, that's one thing this Railer team has to do more than anything if they want a chance to win. They got to get the rebounds.
Yeah, and you have to. All 5 guys have got to crash the boards when that shot goes up. You can't watch the ball. That's going to be too late.
Pate picks up his dribble near the Glenwood Titan logo. Skips it over now to Jackson. Pate's 3 is on the way. It's no good. Left it short, and he got hammered pretty good by Gesner on the shot. No call. Max to Gesner in the corner. Back to Cook. Inside, Gavin turns and looks to a wide open Kirby. Instead, Max. Inside, out. Nice job by the Railers. Gesner rises up for a 3. That's off the back of the rim. It's going to be tracked down by Kirby. Austin will give it a shot. His 3,
nice.
Up and good.
Tell you what, great ball movement by Lincoln right now. Plus, we are making sure we're getting it in the middle, and it's coming out pretty quick.
Railers up 3-2. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Railers, so good defense there as Steve Sloan almost got a lap full of just about everybody. And we always have that fear sitting this close at courtside, but I'm ducking behind you if anybody heads this way. Kaufman's picked up his dribble. Double team by Kirby and Gesner, and they reach in and force the tie-up. And that was one thing, Darrin, especially Saturday night, that was really, really well done by the Railers, is their traps in the corner and at half court were very, very effective.
Well, the craziest thing, Kaufman, he is a freshman, but Dugan, Coach Dugan, he does the 1-2-2. You know, he has the 1-2-2, so he knows you can't dribble across half court and pick up your dribble for a trap.
Sometimes a lot easier said than done as Austin goes down. Nice hustle. 3, and that's going to be missed, but Gavin is going to be whistled for hitting Dalton Keene, the 6'4 junior, as he went up for the shot. It'll be Gavin's first, and it'll send Keene to the line, and he'll be shooting 3.
You want him to shoot that right out there as that 3. I mean, for as big as boy as he is, plus I guarantee he played football.
First one up. Rolls off no good.
Yeah, if he wants to shoot 3s out there instead of rebound inside, we'll take that.
Yeah, I'm not sure foul-wise or not. Second one good. I'm not sure foul-wise or not, or if that one would have been close anyway.
Right.
So we're tied at 3. See what happens with this one. Keene's free throw on the way. That's up and good. Jacksonville back up to a 4-3 lead. And as close as these teams have seemingly played, Lincoln leads the all-time series with Jacksonville 48-22, and the Crimsons have never beaten the Railers in both games of a conference season.
Wow.
And they're getting a chance to do that here tonight by winning that first one over at the Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Central State 8 team that has a winning record, I wouldn't think, over Lincoln. Nice by Christian.
Christian turns in the lane. Little 14-footer is up and good.
And that's the first time we put Christian right there in the middle. It's been Gavin Block most of the time.
Well, the nice thing is you also have the option of putting Max Cook there as the ball's taken away. Nice job by the Railers. So you've got 3 guys that you can put in there, and each one gives you something a little different when you put them there.
Yeah, Max, sometimes you like putting him there just because he can catch the ball and make things happen with his pass or dribble.
Austin trying to make things happen. His 3 left it short. Gavin right there for the rebound, missed it again.
Yeah.
What is that, 3 or 4 we've missed that close?
That's 3 layups right there that would pretty much give us about a 5-6 point lead.
Kaufman loses it, picked up by Block, flips it ahead to Gesner. Another turnover by the Crimsons. Flips it on top to Cook. Over to Gesner. 3:30 to go in the first. 5-4, Railers on top. Austin skips it over to Gesner. Corner 3, back rim no good. Rebound comes down to Blake Hance.
That was smart by Christian. He was thinking about going over the back and grabbing that board, but we don't want a silly foul right there for Christian.
3 spins in and out, no good, and then we've got a foul on the rebound, and I think they're going to get that one on Blake Hance. That will be his first. And the other thing, Darrin, about the game over at Jacksonville last year, or earlier this year, they had nobody in double figures. They had 2 guys score 9, 1 scored 8, so they had a good balance to their scoring.
Well, if you look at this team, they're almost about like our team. I mean, we have 3 or 4 that can step up and hit, for 10, 11 points, just like Jacksonville does. Will
Podbelsic in the contest for the first time. Cook in the corner, dumps it down to Christian on the baseline. Sure thought he was going to take that. Inside out, nice pass by Block to Christian on the baseline, up and good again.
Great passing right there by Lincoln.
Christian's got 4 in a row. He's got 4 in the contest, and the Railers are up 7-4. This is about as good as I've seen the interior passing from the Railers in a long time. 2.5 to go in the first.
And they're used to practicing against the 1-2-2 defense, too.
Brendan Barlow in the game for Jacksonville. Peyton Dugan stuck in a double team. Another steal. This one taken away by Christian Van Hook. Max across the timeline. Over the corner, Gesner. Bounce pass, trying to get it to Block. Block a little late on the cut. And then Gesner tips it away and then gets hammered down. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Railers. Jake Olson will be checking in.
Yeah, right there it looked like Jordan just tried to get a little too fancy on kind of a no-look bounce pass right there to Gavin Block.
Little stoppage of play as the officials wiping up some perspiration. Luckily in front of the scorer's bench on the other side.
Right.
2:04 to go here in our first quarter from Chatham. Railers on top 7-4. Dugan. Over to Pate, into Hance. Back out to Pate. He rises up for a 3. That's off, no good. Max Cook there for the rebound, and Max looking to run. Quickly into the front court. Over to Podbelsic. Fakes the 3. Now the Railers will slow things up. Pods over to Cook.
Great screen by Gavin Block.
Cook, 18-footer. That's no good. Gavin fighting for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Jacksonville. Last touch by Pate.
And Max Cook got that wide open shot because Gavin blocked screen the point guard, so Max could take one dribble and have a wide open shot.
In the corner, bounce pass into Gavin. Gavin turns, it opens up, he throws it off the glass and in.
Gavin couldn't believe how wide open he was.
He was expecting some sort of pressure, and Hance just moved out of the way. 1:15 to go, Lincoln on top, 9-4. Dugan, swinging around to Pate. And one thing the Railers have done very well, Darrin, is when Keene has come up to the free throw line, they've made sure that he is covered by at least 2 Railers.
Well, and we're getting pretty good pressure out on the ball, too, so they can't make those passes.
Long passes across this zone. Dugan's three from the corner. Missed it badly. Van Hook with good position. He gets the rebound. And under a minute to go, the Railers will move into the front court with Jake Olson. Olson with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, right here against this zone, you don't have to be in too big of a hurry. You're up 5 points. You can get any shot you want to. So you want to get a really, really good shot with 30 seconds left. You might as well take one shot. Go up 5, possibly 7 or 8. Looks like that's what Lincoln's going to do, kind of pull it out to get a good shot, because against the zone, they're not going to pressure you.
Down to 15 seconds to go. Railers with the 9-4 advantage. And then they throw it away. Are they going to say it was tipped? Nope, thrown away by Jake Olson trying to get it over to Max. So turnover by the Railers gives the Crimsons a shot here as we get close to the end of the first.
Yeah, right there he tried to almost, he pushed it from his hip, and that ball's going to sail up and over Max Cook.
Barlow almost taken away by Christian. Keene, they try to tip it away. It's tipped away by the Railers. Have a shot. Block to 2 to 1. Fire it up from half court. Cook on the way. Almost got it. Back rooms it. Our score at the end of 1. It's Lincoln 9, Jacksonville 4. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.